Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. It's still a morning for me. Yep, as per usual. Welcome, it's me, Wingish Nibe Majaki Kwe, your friendly, freaky ass, sweetgrass, water medicine woman. Also, Christianna Chris Carr, superstar. Yep, all this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome, you beautiful divine beings, right here too. Within Wednesdays, whatever day you're watching this, it's a Wednesday for me. Excuse me, I'm not you. Yes, within Wednesdays. It's beautiful. Beautiful days, beautiful sunlight. As we're going through things, sometimes things will come up in our life. We get scary. Embracing that unknown. See, that was in our cards, right? Embracing that unknown. Trying to do that myself. I don't know how things are going to be with my kids. There's some things that are looking up, so I am very hopeful. Oh, we gotta deal with what comes up. You know, you deal with the cards you're dealt, right? But hey, you don't have to play every card in your hand. Sometimes you can throw some cards away. Can I get some new ones? Right? So I'm having a beautiful week. It's last Wednesday was a really tough day. Then Thursday, there was like a big turnaround, and I've been kind of Creator is beautiful and sends you just what you need when you need it, if you're open to receive it. So we can miss things. They can pass us right by if we stay locked in our own stuff. I could have just as easily just been kept into my own depression or sadness, the sorrows, not having my children here, missing hugging them every day. Couple times a day, right? My morning snuggles, bedtime after school snuggles, bedtime snuggles. Huggy and cuddly. Little affection is all I need, right? Well, you can't see it there, but over here behind this little branch here, there's a little koala on a tree. Koala's my favorite, and that's what it says underneath there. A little affection is all I need. We're all going through these transformations right now. It's time to transform that. We're going through, right? That caterpillar doesn't look anything like the butterfly it turns into, right? Now the nymph or the dragonfly looks a little bit like the dragonfly, but that caterpillar, totally, right? You know, like you couldn't even, you know, if you didn't know that, you wouldn't be able to tell this caterpillar. And look at how some of them look. Those monarchs, are they the big green ones? They're not even fluffy caterpillars. I don't even know. Look at that. And look at that. Sometimes we might change so much that maybe we don't even recognize ourselves. Or maybe others might see that, but really we've just transformed and we've become that butterfly. We're not that little caterpillar anymore. You know, secrets. Right? We're just free to be us. Whatever that is. And it's remarkable when you're just yourself and you put it out there and somebody sees that. You know, and admires those things that maybe, hey, you didn't see in yourself, or maybe somebody else took that for granted, you know. And sometimes it feels unusual when somebody comes along and notices that and shows you appreciation. It can be very scary. I understand. And sometimes we get so scared because we feel we've been hurt by love, but it's not the love that hurt us. That expectation, that somebody taking advantage of that, whatever, that's what hurts us. It's love doesn't hurt. Love heals. Love heals. Chills down my spine. Don't be afraid to love. Love with all your heart and soul. Love, love, love. Love your source. That helps you love others too, right? See yourself as part of that source. See everybody as part of that source, right? That helps you love deeper. Love the way your source loves you. That helps you love deeper too, and that acceptance. And you know, I used to think, why would I put God first? It's my family, blah, 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 right? But I do put source first. Creator. Because that helps me to see past these illusions, the cultural things, right? And see, right, to the depths of a person's soul. Ooh. Hey, no, right? You can't only see what somebody chooses to show, right? I might be able to feel the vibes and stuff like that, but and that's the thing. You might be able to see deeper into, maybe you can, maybe you have a talent, maybe that's a skill of yours to see into that core. Maybe that's to help you to let them bring that out themselves. But it's all in their choice. That's a free will being. If they don't want to shine from the brightest parts of themselves, right? If they want to keep hiding in those shadows, choosing to play small, and then having to bring everybody else down to make themselves feel better, that's, no, there's always going to be those kind of people out there. We get to choose for ourselves. Are we going to harden our hearts? Or are we going to keep them soft and open wide, right? With boundaries, of course, right? But not boundaries where we're not letting that love in. Especially if that's what we want. If we always desire to be with somebody, when we don't even put ourselves out there, how's that going to happen, right? I'm going to die alone, and I never put myself out there. When you come to the deathbed, see, I knew I was going to die alone, but you never got out to meet anybody, so you never gave yourself the chance. So what is that? How are you holding yourself back? Okay, anyway, there's my little Within Wednesdays and what I'm sitting with here. Let's call back all of our energies. Calling back all the energies from the east. That's the place of illumination and clarity. Place of man, place of fire, the spirit. We call back all of our energies from the south. That's the waters, the emotions, childhood, place of innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the west. That's the earth, the physical, the woman, place of introspection. And we call back all of our energies from the north. That's the wisdom years, the air, the mental. Walking this red road, our earth walk, we go from the south where, hey, the whole world is our teacher, and we're learning from our parents, and we're learning from our peers, and the world all around us, everything's a teacher. We're just sucking everything up. And the teacher can choose what they teach, but they cannot. They have no control over what that student learns. Right? We're in control of what we're learning, and many people are teaching us, right? But are we? Because we're little sponges at that age, so we soak it all up. Hopefully somebody teaches us how to sort that out within ourselves or connect with that source to help us find that. Right, we get up into the elder years and we can laugh at ourselves. We can look back and go how we took some things too seriously. We can laugh at ourselves. Can you laugh at yourself? You know why? Because it's hard for anybody to insult somebody that can laugh at themselves or whatever that is. Right? Ow. So that Heyoka spirit, the humor, the opposites. If you've been doing the opposite, like we just talked about, right? I don't want to die alone, but I never go out there and put myself out there. So then I'm on my deathbed. I knew I was going to die alone. So can we laugh at ourselves then and go, ha, ha, ha. Let's see how I brought that on myself. And if I brought that on myself, I can change that. Sometimes thinking everything that happened in your life is your own fault or whatever. It's not about fault. That's an empowering thing to me. Empowering, because that meant, wow, then I can change it. If I'm responsible for how I got here, then I can change and get out of here or whatever, right? What is that for you? Is that empowering to say that where you are in your life is all the results of the choices you've made until now? Is that empowering, or do you feel more victim to yourself then? Well, if you're a victim to yourself and your own worst enemy, how can you befriend that? Let's go, what? Why don't we find it ourselves? Because in the end, really, even if you're in a loving partnership, you make that transition by yourself. That is. We all make that alone with the guides on the other side, whatever that is. I don't know. Don't know till we get there. Ha ha ha. So let's laugh. Ha 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 ha. East to west is the blue road of spirit. That is always there with you. The hour of power. That came up yesterday, tapping into that joy. Oh, 1 hour, 1 minute, whatever that is for you. Tap into that. Woo, that's because spirit knows. Connect with that spirit. Connect with the earth. Mother, your source and your sustenance. Whatever that is for you. What brings you joy? Do a little of that today. Do a little bit of that every day. East to west, because Spirit just loves to see us joyful. And they're always there. They can tap in. If we don't know what to do, we can tap in, go, hello, Spirit. I want some joy today. And open up to that. And that's how we advance. Right? The joy. We've learned through suffering. Let's tap into our joys. See. You know. See it even if we're feeling sorrows. Be joyful that you love so deeply. You love so deeply. That's why it hurts so much. You know what? That's a superpower. It's a superhuman power. So nobody ever be ashamed of your humanness. I know how that feels, and I'm here with you. You have nothing to be ashamed of. We're all having this human experience. We all signed up for this. Let's feel it fully, because it lets you know you're alive. All your feelings. Feel your feelings, because you know you're alive. Or you wouldn't be feeling. Love. Below. Where within. Well, spread them around, spread them around, spread them, spread them, spread them all around. So we're going to town. Oh, my neck is really sore today. Oh, I've been doing a lot of this. Got my tablet, you know. This thing gets heavy. It ends up hurting in my hands. It's been worth it, though. It's absolutely been worth it. Absolutely, it has. Okay. 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 I can feel the good things coming, coming, coming. I can feel the good things coming, coming, coming. Out of darkness, lion heart pumping, pumping, pumping. In the white light, all things running, running, running. Who have I been? Who am I becoming? Coming, coming. Darkest Night and Knuckle Bear. Knuckle and Medicine for the People. Hi, I messed it up yesterday. Got that one. Oh, there was a friend of mine that introduced me to that song. It's beautiful. Beautiful. One of my favorite freaky weirdo friends. Yep, love that man too. Yep. I do. Can't help myself. Oh. Right? That's that song. Love with every stranger, the stranger the better. I love people. I love people. Okie dokie. Okay, alright, let me get in here. Called all those energies back. And let's look at, what are we looking at? The creativity. We're feeling something coming. What is that? Let's get focused. What is that? What? Okay, maybe we don't want to know. Okay, right. Creator says we can't know everything. But what can we do to get ready for what's coming? Right? We can only begin within and work that. Right? All that other stuff, once that comes together, right? All that stuff just kind of falls in line. Becomes the gravy. Ow. Oh, gosh. I need a good massage. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. So over here in this creative side. Ooh, rites of passage. It's time for change. Everything you've been through in your life has led you to this moment. What's going on? You have to release. That's the time for change. We can keep going on the way we kept going on, right? Keep those boundaries, but then those boundaries sometimes, like we said, will block us in and block that love out. We need to open that up. It's time to change. It's not survival mode anymore. We need to go into thriver mode. Not survivor, thriver mode. We've already survived. Humanity has survived all up until this point. But not everyone has been thriving. It's time for that change so every human being can thrive the way our Creator intended us for all to thrive and work together in symbiotic relationships, in cooperation, in giving, and open to receiving and not taking. What is that? It's that webs we weave, right? We are not the creators of this earth, but a thread within it. And it would do us good to know our place in the overall scheme of things. What's that saying to you? Charlotte's Web's my favorite. You know, that little piggy. And the friendship between that piggy and that spider. Love that. Look at the changes that made, right? The changes that they went through in growing together. If you ever watched that movie. But look at what you've gone through, right? You had to let go of that cradle board to walk. That's our red road, right? We walk the path. And then there we go. That's when we drop our robes and we go to the other side road. The blue road of spirit and connect once again. And then we can come back if we like. Do it all over again and whatever that is you think. Are you open to those changes? How does it go with changes, right? Look at that. You keep focused on one little thing, trying to repair it over here in this web that you don't see. The morsels you've caught over here. What is that for you? The rites of passage. How do you handle the change in your life? Do you embrace that? Or do you, no, I'm comfortable here. Let me stay here. Let me stay here. What is that for you, right? What's that action you can take to help shift you? Sometimes we need that help to shift out of that if we're getting too stagnant. We're getting too set in our ways and we're not open for that change. What can we do to prepare ourselves for all this good stuff coming in and to be open for this change? What can we do? Introspection, illumination, and clarity here. Taking that action, acting upon that, that's what we can do. Do. What are we doing? Oh, I was very sore today. Thank goodness. Can't lift my arms up. Right, I gotta laugh at it. I can't be a bang. There was something I wanted to do. Now I got my arms all. I've been writing in my journal too. Oh. Okay. Sweat lodge, we got to purify. That's what we need to do. Pure out. What is keeping us from this change? What are we afraid of, right? It's not about calling in our fears, but we do need to acknowledge and go, I see you there. I'm not going to let you stop me, right? I see you in the sky there, ego. But I'm not going to hide in my burrow. I'm still going to go out and live my life. I'm going to be aware. Now you're there and you might come down and eat me for lunch. Well, and if you start coming at me, well, then I'll take cover. But until then, right, I'm not going to let my fears hold me back. So purify that out. How do you get in front of your fears? Do you feel the fear and do it anyways? You know, you got to feel fear to be brave. There's no need for bravery or courage without any fear, right? And fear can keep us safe, but then fear can keep us from living our lives. So purify that. What are you feeling about that? Change the way you respond or react to that fear. A lot of people fear those spiders. Look, they're so much bigger than spiders. And look at how a spider can, you know, take a big, huge guy and make him go, ee! You know. I've seen that with big guys and mice too. So let's have a look at that, because, you know, where do those come from? Let's purify that and see. Was that ours? Was that placed on us? You know, because there is some things when we were kids that we keep following those patterns, those things that were imprinted on our baby brains, but until we bring that to our awareness, right, we can change how we're reacting and responding to that, because some things will come automatic until we become aware of those, right? Once we become aware, we open up those potential miracles. Purify that out. Everything that's holding you back, everything that you're scared of that holds you back from all that the miracle that's in you, the unlimited potential within you, the key to your own creative abilities, The fear can stop us from doing that. I don't want to express myself, so I'm afraid to get criticism or this or rejection and all that kind of stuff. So we don't want to feel those negative human emotions, but having those helps us to appreciate those good ones, right? So, you know, feel all your feelings. You're alive. You are about to meet your potential destiny. That's the message from the void. Everything that ever was, will be, and is in that void. Comes from that void, will return to that void. So let's purify that out. We're all meant to be here. And there is. Get ready. That's what you're doing. Opening up. You're purifying, taking actively, changing out the... Changing. The way we're looking at things. Changing that perception. Clearing our vision. Getting clear vision. Tuning in. Tapping in. Tuning in and turning it on. Get in touch with your source. It'll never steer you wrong. And that's the thing. You know it's intuition. Because it's not just going to lead you in that a safe way, right? Your intuition might be guiding you into something that is so very scary, but it's something you need to do, right? That it's the best for you, that it's not a dangerous thing. We're making that up in our heads that it's dangerous. And we stop ourselves from acting as we're being called to and as we're being guided to, because we let that fear get in front of us and block us. But we need to get in front of that fear, acknowledge it, and then go. Leap of faith. Right? And that what's that about? Because that's that change coming. So we need to clear that out and void this unlimited potential. Ooh, could you give us a little hint of what that might be? Okay. This one. Overall big energy over here, overjoyed, overjoyed. Sundance, dance of the sun, that self-sacrifice, clearing out that we have to sacrifice ourselves. That relationships are about sacrifice. No matter what relationship there is, there's compromise. Compromise is different than that sacrifice. When we've gotten mixed up on what that sacrifice is, sacrifice meant to make sacred. That time, that, the dancers, okay, traditionally they'd be tied, pierced through their pectoral muscles, tied to the tree of life and dancing back and forth to and from the tree of life from sun up till sundown. And I think some of them can even go from days. That was usually typically a man's ceremony, and for men to show his honor and admiration and appreciation and gratitude for the Creator and for Mother Earth, the life giver. Now she supports us. And also to the mother, the women, the life givers, because the blood, sweat, and tears, the labor to bring life into this world, it's honoring. And it's showing that respect. Those were wonderful warriors. And that's what we're clearing out, that vision about how we're feeling about sacrifice. Do we sacrifice ourselves? Have we sacrificed ourselves? And that's what we feel relationships is about. That we just melt into somebody else and we then have no identity of our own. And relationships are symbiotic. Again, it's about not completing each other. It's those complementing energies and those talents and, being there to remind each other of the best parts of yourselves, not criticizing. And this is all relationships. Relationships, we're not meant to keep somebody else in check. We got to keep our own egos in check, right? We can sacrifice that great big ego. For sure. That's the self-sacrifice that we all need to be made. And we don't know what somebody else needs. I'm just being me. And this is what I have to offer. Wow, that's just what I need. What is that? Take that introspection too. Because again, we might go pushing our needs on somebody else, and that's not what they need. So that's when we need to be in touch with our own. See what we have to offer. That's sacrifice. Take that time, honor that in you today. The compromise. 5, 6, look at that. So we're taking that look inside, showing that appreciation to our source, to our earth, for this life that we have. And see the sacrifices that were made for us. What is that for you? It's taking a look inside. Remember that what do you have to offer? How do you show your appreciation? Oh, that's beautiful. And then the cradle board, that ability to respond. Then we have that ability to respond. When we get in touch, right, and we clear out and purify all those little imprints, and we catch on to these things that were automatic, that we did for survival, but they're now blocking us in, well, we get this a renewed ability to respond. And now we're not just reacting. We're taking that breath and purifying, going, okay, is what I'm seeing here being tainted by what I experienced over here? Or am I seeing this clearly, purely for what it is right now in this moment? And then we'll respond from that. So are we responding from what's happening now? Or are we responding from our programming? We all are responsible to look at that and purify that, right? You're not responsible for the abuse that happened to you, but we're all 100% as adults to heal that, to show that little inside, right? And that stamina to keep going, right? You made it this far. Woo-hoo! Right? Pat yourself on the back. You know, all those skills and everything got you this far, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't be hard on yourself. Nobody, right? It's with gentleness. Gentleness. We always do this introspection with gentleness. We're not here to hurt ourselves, torture ourselves, beat ourselves up. We can get enough of that from the outside, okay? But what keeps us going is that ability to respond, knowing we have a choice in the matter. I don't even have this going today, so I'll put that over here. Right? We always have a choice in how we respond. How, you know? We are in control of our emotions. Are you? Can you regulate your emotions? Because emotions, feelings come up and they're only automatic for like a split seconds. After that, then you're choosing to hang on to them. What feelings do you choose to hang on to? What feelings do you choose to expand within yourself? Right? And do you feel them all, or is there only certain feelings you'll feel? Let's purify that. Feel all your feelings, because they're all there to tell you something. Feelings are facts. Pay attention. Now, they're not facts about what's going on. Facts about what's going on in you. Right? Because we could feel somebody, oh, they're trying to insult me. They're doing something, but that's not what they're doing. So that's not a fact of what they're doing. But it's a fact we're feeling like that. So we look at that. What does that mean to me? Why do I think that? Why am I taking that personally, right? Whatever that is for you. Whatever that is for you. And then we're changing that. We're releasing that. We're purifying that so that we can now respond instead of just reacting to the world around us. So that we cannot take life so seriously, but really be serious about living our lives. Enjoy. And harmony. Because that's what keeps us going. That's sustainable. Not let's keep taking everything. That's not sustainable. Let's just live all just for ourselves. Let's live all selfishly. That's not sustainable. And you burn out if you try and get it all at once. So let's see that too. Do we try and push things to happen? Do we relax and let that change happen naturally? Just let it flow? Well, I don't know. What's that for you? What's that for you? In the changes, here we go with the spider. Whoop, there we go. 2, dolphin, the swimmer's totem of bowls. This is all about love. We've got to be looking at our love. Love is the ultimate power of all. And us humans have so distorted love. And that's okay. We're innocent babies. We all thought it was all about sacrifice. It's not. It's swimming in eternal light. The tonal bulls. Dolphin, the swimmers, it's knowing that love is always there. If we disconnect from that love, oh, because love is where the ultimate healing is, right? We keep judging ourselves or judging others. No, it's that wisdom to discern. Wisdom to discern. That's that initiation, knowing. If we're in tune with our bodies too, our bodies will give us signals. Our bodies will give us signals. And we can change that. Right? Now we've been judging. Like I said, oh, it's over. I'm never going to get... But what? We use our discernment. Going, okay. Is this from my past? Am I responding or reacting? Is it to what's happening right now? Or is it from the past? Is it because I'm afraid to get caught up in all of this? I'm afraid of this change. I really want this change. I've prayed for this change, but I'm so afraid of this change, right? But then we have that wisdom to discern. Like, I don't want to get caught up and fall for anything, right? Especially if you've been hurt in relationships before. We don't bring our baggage into the next one, okay? It's not up to that person to, make up for what that other one took or lacked or whatever that is. So let's do that discerning. Am I going into relationship to swim in that eternal light, or am I going in there, okay, now you owe me, give me. I'm keeping this guarded until you, or we just, I have this to give. This is what I have to offer. And that's all we can do here, right? Love you. It's up to another one going, yes, that's exactly what I need. Who knows? But if we're open and we're always keeping guarded, how will we ever see? How will somebody see that? How will they know? How will they know they got what they need? What is that? Oh, baby, you got what I need. That's an old one. What was that one? I can't even remember. But you say he's just a friend. You say, oh, baby, you got what I need. Oh, that makes me laugh. And I hear that one. I know. Okay. Moving on to the male side. Oh, I got some chills. Thank you for that. Male side, we're purifying. There we go. Purifying out. Oh, so we can move into that spiritual family. 9 of Bowls. We're heading home. That's it. We've come full and complete. We've taken action in that responding, and we're coming home to our family, our spiritual family. Blood relations or not, right? It goes beyond. It goes beyond. I mean, we're all spiritual family with the trees, the grass, with everything. This is. So we come home to that and we realize and we act from that place that everybody is part of this spiritual family. And we're balanced. Maybe these are two, male and female. Maybe this is one person in the boat, but they're showing the two energies, right? Or maybe that's both, the fully whole divine masculine and the fully whole divine feminine. Here, right, being the creative, the direction, man taking the action, right? What's that for you? This is beautiful. 9 of Bowls. Coming home. 10 of Bowls comes after that. The completion, the family, the... Oh, love. Open up. Open up. Let it in. Let it in. Let it in. There goes my alarm again, but the last time you couldn't hear it, so I'm not going to go running for it this time. I noticed that before. I can hear it over here. I don't know, maybe this time you're hearing. Is it annoying you? I hope not. So, there we go. 2 on that top one now again. Okay. Master storyteller. As we're sharing our stories, we're open, we're sharing. That's beautiful. But we need to watch, because sometimes we can get ourselves into like pity parties and we're just sharing our sorrows and we don't share our joys. Right? So it's okay. Like, I'm not saying don't share your sorrows, because sharing your sorrows and sadness can lessen them. Sharing joys brings them up. Right? So, let's see. But what are the stories we're telling ourselves? Are they keeping us trapped? Keeping us in that survival mode? Right? Are we looking in and going, well, I don't deserve this because look at this is what always happens in our lives. Exemplars. Wow. Exemplar of stones and exemplars of arrows. So it's our minds and our hearts coming together. And our foundations right? Because we can rebuild. That master storyteller, we can change our stories. We can change those stories we can keep telling ourselves. Discern, like this was just abuse, this is because I'm worthless or whatever. Or we can go, no, this was because everything in your life led you to this moment. What are you going to do with that? Right? The earth is eternally fertile. We can open that up, right? We're not going to miss out. Sometimes we act in desperation because we think there's not enough. We better do this now, right? And that earth is eternally fertile. There's enough to go around for everyone. And let's see that. Let's get in touch with that divine feminine energy in us all. It's that introspection time. It's time to honor that woman. Honor our mothers. Honor the life givers. And see, hey, you wouldn't be here without a life giver. Whether that life giver stayed with you and was there true or whatever, or they had their own mess too, whatever, we appreciate. Because, hey, I got here. You're my vessel to get here. Whatever. I appreciate you carrying me to term or whatever that was. So let's look at that, right? And this is the time we're in. It's that love will help us to get those foundations. That stones, that foundations. Arrows, the thoughts. Bowls is the waters, the emotions. So that's what we're coming. We're aligning our thoughts, right? Impeccably. We're doing the introspections, getting in touch with that woman part of us. We don't need to hide. Our strength is in our vulnerabilities, you know, but that's also something sacred. Don't share those with just anybody. There are those that will take advantage. Absolutely. But does that stop us? So let's change that, right? It's not wrong with you. Let's get swept away. Don't let your past stop you from living fully, holy, and true. Don't let it stop you from getting what you truly deserve. That love you truly deserve, that acceptance you truly deserve. And let's see, how do we respond to that when that love is right there in front of our eyes? Do we open up and accept that? Get swept away in the magic of it? What is that? Or do we hold ourselves back in fear? Fear. No, I can't do this. This is just going to hurt. So I got to get out of here before I get hurt. You know, a lot, right? And then Travis Tritt. Another love chalked up to foolish pride. So do you let your pride get in the way? Are you open? So it's divine. Those vulnerabilities is our strength. And how can somebody truly love you for you if you don't show them all sides of you? Right? Whatever that is, right? No, there's a bounty. There's enough for all. You're not lacking in anything. The expression, fertility, right? The creation, something new. It's a birth. It's, you know, something new is being birthed, being born. That's the creative energy. Bountiful Earth Mother, the Empress in the traditional deck. It's full. It's time. When you've reached a point where you feel you're so empty, now's that time to be filled up. And how? Do you let that come in? Are you allowing that? Are you feeling, oh no, I'm swept away, so that's it. I'm clinging. I'm not letting go. I'm not going to let myself be caught up in all of this. But it's pure ecstasy. Is that scary? Because it's kind of like, wow. It's not like giving your power away, but that is scary because it's like somebody has the power to hurt me. So I'm not going to let them know how much I'm really feeling here. And we all do that. So that's that discerning, right? Am I trying to make something happen? Is this because of what's going on right now? Is this because of something from my past? I want to see this clearly. You know? Because I don't want to be hurt. Most of all, I don't want to hurt anybody else. What is that for you? Take a look inside. What do you have to offer? Not sacrifice. What is it that you're bringing? What are you offering? Then you open up to receive. Beautiful beings. Love you all very much. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes. Thank you for being you. Shining your light through in everything you do. You know it. This world needs you. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for every one of us. Everyone. No, absolutely no exceptions. You're all beautiful beings. You all belong here. And I'm so glad you're here. If nobody told you today, you make this world a brighter place. Please, stay.